We really got to make a proper sawbuck and sawbuck area out here at the cabin. Maybe that'll be a future video. But we decided to cut our round down to make a much smaller Swedish Torch for this time around, so we don't have to maintain and watch the burn for longer than we need to. There we go. Retain some of these inside. We're going to top fire it this time rather than load the center. Probably use some of the sawdust as well. Good fire starter. 3/4. See if that'll just split. Oh, let's do a bit of baton. Let's do a bit of skillful batoning. Isn't that a process? Okay, we've got a bit more we can process down as well. Just put to the side. Always keep your knife in your sheath. A little bit of camp safety, especially if you got dogs around. Welp, we seem to have jankied some type of semblance of a round together here. So this time we're going to use an 18 gauge steel cable. We used paracord in lieu of cable last time just because we couldn't find our cable. So, same as before, just tighten up your sides all around. One upper, one lower is traditional and best for, reasons of the obvious, so it doesn't spread apart at the top. And the bottom just gives it some foundation. Break some of these down a little further, drop them into our center. Dash in some of our sawdust. Just get this little bit started here. It's not always all about the hardest possible way to do stuff. And as I've mentioned before, our ancestors went through a lot of trouble starting fires. So now that we can carry a lighter in our pocket, let's do them a favor and carry a lighter in our pocket. We got our top fire going. It's inside, starting to catch a little bit. Yeah. We happen to have this big western red cedar growing right through the deck beside the cabin, so not having to do too much out of the way foraging. It's a matter of pulling out some pines, leaves, foliage, fauna. Just a handful's good. There you go. This is starting to get going. So we got our water. Set it on top, let it do its thing. Make sure it's covered, boils faster. And wait. We got our boil So let's move right along. You want to take your water off of your boil, and you don't want to boil these cedar leaves. You want to just put them in after in your hot water. Boiling them can kill off a lot of the vitamin C that you're trying to get out of it. And just cover, let set for 10-15 minutes. And we'll be back in the dark shortly. You got your... Can we see in there? Your cedar in there. It's been steeping for 15, maybe 20 minutes. And you can strain with a shemagh or a clean sock or whatever, but that gets rid of some of the oils that you're looking for, the essential oils. So in this case, we're just going to use the top of our lid and pour into our Nalgene. There we go. Let's give it a shot. Piney. A lot less turpentine-y tasting than pine tea. White pine, that kind. If you boil, actually, the white pine needles or just other pine needles in the tea, which I've never actually done with cedar, but it brings out sort of a tar pitch flavor, rather turpentine, sort of accessing the sap, which is, good for fire starting, but not the greatest for drinking. There's a toxin in cedar tea. Can't remember what it's called. Insert voiceover here. Joan. But you don't want to drink too much of it. It's not very harmful at all. The health benefits are much greater. Smaller uses, like 2-3 times a week, drinking this will be great for the vitamin A and vitamin C that you get from it. The tree holds a significant purpose in detoxification, stimulating the lymphatic system. It plays a vital role in fat absorption and transportation, therefore utilization. Great as an accompaniment for ketogenesis, keto diets, fasting protocol, and cardiovascular exercise. The tea can lower chronic low-grade inflammation and the aging process as primary drivers. That too. Yeah. Cedar tea. Tastes like the woods.